Welcome to Redneck EdTech. Today we're going to be talking about Nolej. Nolej is a platform for teachers designed to create everything that you would need to complete a unit. I've logged into Nolej. Here I'm going to create a module. You're allowed to select your media, choose your options, difficulty levels, themes, language, or select your interactive activities. As we begin to start, the media that I'm going to load first is a YouTube video. Now this YouTube video is from Stanford University from 2010, talking about smart networks and creating home networks. Now I will go ahead and put in there that the language is English and use this media. Nolej will then take the time to transcribe the video. You can view the transcript if you'd like. I've sped the video up during all transitions to assist with this process of covering the information. The second thing I'm going to do is to load this PDF file, Building Home Networks. You can reference this if you choose. Now that my two medias have been loaded, because you are limited in the free versions, I confirm my choices and I give it a moment. You're going to have to go ahead and give it a name, select your language, and then you can choose additional options. But remember, the additional options there on the first page were limited due to the free version that we're using. As you begin to select your activities, glossary, summary, transcription, plan, course, presentation, interactive video, flashcards, drag and drop, find the definition, practice quizzes, graded quizzes, open-ended quizzes, so much. And then the additional activities for the learners like the crossword and word search. It has an interactive tutor that's built into it to help these students as they traverse the lesson. Now, Nolej is essentially a one-stop shop to complete all of this. Unfortunately, they don't have an individual license at this time. As I've gone through and looked at it, it wants a district to purchase a license for this. Now, while there is a workaround and you can get an individual license, it is much more difficult than with others. You have to contact a representative and speak to them and inform them that you're a teacher paying for this out of pocket for your classroom and you love their platform. Then they'll work up a plan for you. Again, much more in depth, but it's something to look into. Now, once your module's created, and please understand this does take several minutes. The last module that I completed took just over 5.5 to 6 minutes to generate. When it becomes ready and you've reached your 100%, discover your module. Now this outlines everything on the left-hand side. Your plan. This is broken down chapter by chapter to cover the information in sections to keep you on top of what you're covering. If you take a look at the course, once you select it, this is what you're going to discover. It breaks the chapter down much easier. Now this is information that your students could be forced to read. This could be a synopsis that you go over with them. This could be featured in communication with your parents, since this is a multi-day course. Now your presentation that it generates, it is fully functional. It is PowerPoint. And it's broken up here. This is 22 different slides that transition through creating a network. Each section is identified, vocabulary is highlighted, important information pulled from both the video and the PDF file that you uploaded. Now you may choose to upload a couple of video files or a couple of PDF files, but everything that's done here is based off just the information that you upload. It is a closed system. Here your glossary included, defines all your words. Your summary, again, breaks it down and outlines it for you to make it a little bit easier. and then your transcription. This goes into great detail, the information that is to be covered, what you're talking about, all of your reference information, extremely outlined. Now, when we get into your interactive activities, like your video, this takes the video that was loaded, and we're going to take a moment for this video to load. While there is no audio with this, you're going to understand that the video, which was loaded from 2010, like I told you, begins to play. Nolej builds an interactive feature into the video after it transcribed it. It looks for highlights and key points, and then it'll work that in there. It'll overlay that with vocabulary and questions. Like here, Cisco. When you click on it, boom, it brings up your definition. Now, integrating this into the video adds a nice touch. You can continue farther or not. Your different activities, you choose which are included with what. Do you want all of these words in your flashcards, your drag and drop, your find the definition? Then once you do, you can view the activity or share it. You can add your own words. Under the quiz, again, practice quiz or graded quiz. You pick which are included with which ones. And you can add your own or just use what's already there. Open-ended questions. You know how these are great for discussion boards or just in class to get the students more involved. Here's 12 cards already generated. Now with the additional activities. That takes us into the Learner's Corner. This is a chatbot that's built into it that only helps a student with the information that's in the closed system. Students are also provided with a crossword or a word search. And then there's a project-based activity idea. It depends on how many days you have allocated for this unit, what you can do. If you need more, you want things changed, click the chat with your module. Here I'm going to ask it to create exit tickets. These exit questions are used for each day of class. I'm also going to put in here bell work questions, two birds with one stone, and see what it can provide for me. Again, this chatbot is designed specifically for this unit from the information that you've loaded. And after it takes a moment and it has searched and finished, it'll provide a list of both bell work problems and exit tickets that you can use with your classroom. This is broken down over a 5-day lesson. Now, they even tell you that the questions are designed to reinforce which objectives. Use those questions if you like, and you can continue and go farther in depth, or when you're done, you can go ahead and close. Now, when you go to share, the export formats are HP5, SCORMs, HTML, Perl trees. If you try to use PDF, again, that is a paid version, but for those of y'all who are unfamiliar, many of the export formats load directly into your LMS if you're using a Canvas style LMS. Your other option is to export to your book. Now when you create your book, you create your format. Again, anything that's HTML5 is easily editable. If you want to share it on the web, you can grab your link and go. You can use an embed code to put it within your LMS. Again, the licensing is a little different. Here you can take your embed code and use that within your LMS. But we're going to take a moment here, and under the download, you see your different versions. Even under HTML, this is nothing more than a website. So when I hit preview, my book is now loaded, and I can read it to see what it looks like for the students. Here the interactive book loads with the plan. Again, my course Everything that we discussed is right here neatly put together. Your presentation, transcription, summary, glossary, interactive video, concept cards, drag the word. Here's some questions, practice quizzes. Here's your graded quiz section, open-ended questions. Your learner's tutor, crossword, as well as your project-based activities. And then there's a summary at the end letting you know how far you have completed your unit. Now, this entire platform is truly designed for teachers. It's a great way to get started. If you do go to upgrade, you can see that with the annual license, it offers many more possibilities. Nolej can be a powerful tool for your teaching arsenal. Thanks for tuning in, hanging out, and hanging on for Redneck EdTech. Class dismissed.